Coach, it's been a couple weeks since we talked to you last. Had 2 weekends of inter-squad games under your belt. Just talk about how the team's responded so far.
Well, it's gone great to this point, Adam. We've had pretty good energy for fall inter-squads. That's always tough when you're continuing to see the same faces every day in competition, but I've been extremely proud of the group for continuing to stay motivated, stay focused, and continue developing and improving. Sometimes players don't really realize what's on the line for them every day, and part of our job as coaches is to make that clear so that they don't lose that focus in competing now in the fall for personal development, team improvement, and trying to win a job. Whatever that job may be, whatever that role may be on the team in the spring, it's kind of what you put together and what you show in the fall that gets you in a pretty good spot for that. So to this point, we've been on track. Last 3 weeks are real important to us as coaches and them as players to kind of finish it off the right way. So been happy to this point, and hopefully we'll finish it out strong like we try to preach to them, and seen a lot of progress in a lot of players and a lot of team progress as well.
Looking at the scores, some games have been pitcher's duels, some games the offensive have shown up. Just, I guess as a coach, do you like to kind of see both sides taking charge in some games?
Well, yeah, depending on how you get there. What we really want to see is great pitching and great hitting. We've had some pretty good offensive days. I think the offense is always slightly behind pitching to begin, and then as you continue to see pitchers a second and third time around, which you don't get much of in the college game, you would think that the hitters might gain the upper hand after seeing a guy. That's usually the case, and then what you're evaluating is a pitcher that can change his pattern, get a guy out more than one way. All of those things are really important in evaluating who should be starting pitching, who might have to be long relief, short guys. So, and then the consistency of the offensive player as well. So, I don't know. I look at more of the execution of play per pitch than I do the actual score of an inter-squad game.
We talked last time about maybe some new guys that might step in. How about some older guys, some returning guys that maybe didn't get a lot of playing time in the past, but have performed well so far this fall?
Oh, I've seen a lot of that. I think both of our center field candidates, Holcomb and Knowles, are making some progress. Both young players still in the program from an opportunity standpoint. William Till has thrown really great this fall. A lot of strikes, got a little sinker going now that he's getting. I think he leads the club with double plays. Jake Harrell, who missed the fall last year, has looked much better this fall than he did at any point last season overall. And I'm seeing a lot of progress with guys. I think Joel Bennett has played much better this fall than he did at any time last year. So lot of progress there, and that's certainly what you hope when you have a good plan set for the guys and a good routine. They stick to that plan and that routine. We should see that type of progress, and we are.
And you got to get to put it all together and play somebody else. A team from Ontario is coming down. Talk about what you hope to accomplish with that.
Well, that day's an interesting day. The only day of the fall that a new uniform is at Riddle Pace, so our guys get pretty excited about that one opportunity. I think for coaches, it's just to see that excitement. Really, an inter-squad game probably does more for us in the big picture of evaluating and seeing guys perform against other players of their age and ability. Team Ontario is some elite players, but they're all young players, and they compete hard, and it's a great day. But we kind of do them a favor on their way down to Jupiter to compete in that tournament. They play us as well as some other four-year schools on their way down. And they do us a favor by seeing a new uniform come into the park. They're great people managed. They play the right way. We really enjoy the day overall, but for us, I think it's more about the players seeing a new uniform and getting a little used to that one opportunity in the fall.
Thanks, Coach. We'll catch up with you again here before fall camp breaks.
Okay, thanks, Adam.
All right, Tyler, you guys have had a couple weeks of inter-squad games under your belt. Just talk about how the team's been playing offensively.
I think we got a lot of new guys, and I'm just glad to see that we're already clicking. We're focusing on situational at bats a lot this fall, and a lot of guys have been able to go ahead and start executing those. So it's been pretty cool to see.
Kind of came on as a surprise guy last year, took the league by storm. Talk about how you progressed since last season.
I think it was just for me a big learning experience. Obviously, you see the game from the dugout, and then you get out and you play the game, and it's some similarities and some differences. But I think the biggest thing for me was just getting used to seeing those live at bats and getting that confidence of, yeah, I can battle with this guy day in, day out and do my thing.
Doing a little work at shortstop, I see. Talk about how that kind of transition and what's the philosophy with that.
Well, at shortstop, you really just got to attack the ball more. It's all about reading hops, and I was just talking to Coach Smart about it. It's something that I'm having to get used to is, go get hops and attack the ball, because at second sometimes you can play it back a little bit and take your time. So I think either way it's going to help me at second. Whether I play short some this spring or play second, it's going to help either way.
You had the great honor of being an academic All-American last year. Talk about the difficulty of being a chemistry major and then also playing baseball.
It's tough. I think a lot of times it actually helps me out to have baseball. I'm kind of a high energy guy, and sometimes it's hard to sit down and focus if I don't have something to kind of burn my energy on. So it's hard. You hit the road during the spring a lot of times, and you just got to make sure you buckle down and get your studies done. And when you get out on the field, you just you get out on the field and you focus there too.
All right, Tanner, you've been here for a few months now. Let's talk about first impressions of this team.
Well, I feel like this team has really meshed together so far. I feel like last year they might have had a few problems throughout the team, but I feel like everybody's really welcomed the new guys, and I feel like everybody's getting comfortable, and everybody's starting to hang out. I think we're going to have good team chemistry.
Talk about your role on the team. Brought in to probably work yourself into that weekend rotation. Just talk about how your progress has been this fall.
I feel like I made a few significant changes. I feel like we've all had a lot to work on, and been working really hard to get better. There's always stuff to work on. There's always stuff you can improve on, and I feel like we've been putting in a lot of time, a lot of hard work to work on those few things.
As a player, what do you use this fall 6 weeks for as your development?
I think we use it for strength. We get a lot stronger. We get our arms in shape. A lot of guys took the summer off, and some of them worked hard, so it's different for some guys than others. We really use it to get stronger and get in shape, and really work on the mechanics of things, because once the season gets here, it's time to go. There's no time to really work on things and change things up. It's like I said, it's game time. So.